Hey, Noni, what's up?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. Fabulous.
I'm fabulous. We're talking about a very interesting topic today,
Yes.
and I'm like literally like a little bit otherwise.
Yeah. As per Noni's request, we're talking about this.
Why are you saying it's my request?
No, because we know Noni is very uncomfortable with this topic. What's the topic, Noni? Tell the people.
So the topic is contraceptives,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
different types,
Yeah.
and the pros and cons of each.
Mm.
But
Noni is squirming in her chair
I
right
am.
now.
Oh my goodness, I am.
She
I just
can't
hope my
even.
parents aren't listening because I mean
Yeah.
I'm old but still like.
Yeah,
I don't wanna talk about
Noni
it.
still covers her eyes when there's kissing scenes. Noni is available for children's parties if you're interested.
Oh wow, okay. But it's okay. It's okay. We'll keep it there. But doctor, for those that don't know, what are contraceptives?
Contraception. So basically, in lay terms, contraception is preventing pregnancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Simple as
anything.
that.
It's anything that you use to prevent pregnancy.
Anything.
Anything. So there's many different types, and we'll go through them on the show today. But it's basically anything that you use to prevent pregnancy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go through some. Just
Okay.
the names, and then we'll.
All right.
discuss
Let's
each
start
segment
with the
as we go
ones. Start with the ones you know. So you tell me the ones you know, and let's discuss them.
along. Okay. You mentioned condoms are contraceptive.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
They fall under barrier method. So you get many different types of condoms. You
Okay.
get the male, obviously the one that we're all familiar with.
Uh-huh.
You get the female. There's a femidom. You get the female condom.
Okay.
You've never heard of that, Noni?
I have, but I mean.
Yeah. Okay. It's a lot more harder to operate that thing.
Okay.
Then you get other stuff like spermicidal gels and those types of stuff, which is also technically a barrier method because it kills.
What is that? I've never
It
heard of
kills
that
it kills the swimmers before they enter the pool,
one.
basically.
And is that a procedure that's done or?
No, it's not. It's just literally like a gel, like a lube that you buy.
Oh.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, and it basically kills. It's not 100% effective, but it does definitely help.
It does definitely.
Yeah.
And
if you're
what
trying
would
to
you
prevent-
what would you rate condoms as a contraceptive?
So condoms are about almost 85% effective. They're about 85%. If you so the issues that you have with condoms are like putting them on properly,
Okay.
application and using them, and then also the type, because some of them might break, those types of
Okay.
things. So yeah, but they're pretty effective if you use them. And correctly, and they also prevent against infections and other things.
Mm.
Barrier method, which a lot of the other contraceptions can't protect you from.
So
Mhm.
the great part about condoms is they protect you from other.
Yeah.
Other
They
than
the
pregnancy.
barrier methods. A lot of them will prevent from other stuff besides just pregnancy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Maybe let's hit on another one as well. Which other one can we talk about?
Okay. Well, after the barrier methods, I'm sure you've heard of the pill.
Mm.
So the pill actually came about in like the 1970s. It became quite popular.
Okay.
In America, and at the time, for women it was quite liberating because now, once the pill was introduced, now women could start going to work and stuff. Before that, it was either if you don't have any barrier method, you're just gonna keep having children, and then it's really tough. Women having 6-7 children can't really go to work and contribute to the economy and that sort of thing. So it's quite a revolutionary invention at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the pill. That's how it was invented. And then tell me, Nani, what do you know about the pill?
So not only is the pill effective for prevention of pregnancy, but it's also quite good for your circulation, your menstrual periods.
Yeah, so it can. It definitely can regulate.
So I got introduced to the contraceptives because I had difficulty with an overflow.
Aha.
And I used to faint.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes. And
Cool.
then I'd end up in hospital once a month.
Sure.
And then my mother was
Once
like,
a month.
And then my mother was like, she's never going to get on the pill.
Yeah, let's
And then
leave.
I had to put her in a room and be like, well, your daughter really suffers from like severe flow. So
You got to do
babe,
this.
something must happen.
Okay.
So for me, it was introduced to me more as a controller of the system than it was for.
Because it does, because basically what the pill is, it's a cocktail of hormones, depending on the type of pill that you use.
Okay.
It obviously was invented to prevent pregnancy, but then thereafter people found that it had other uses, like regulation of your menstrual cycle, and it also helps some women with a specific type of pill. It helps them with their skin. They have skin problems because of like hormonal imbalances. So there's a lot of uses for the pill. Yeah.
But what then would you say is the correct or the right age? Because not only, as you said, it's great for prevention, but it helps with like skincare and normalizing the menstrual cycle. What then would you say is the best age to then start? Because for instance, maybe let's say my sister who's 17 wants better skin, and somebody suggested she takes contraceptives. Would you say that's a good idea?
So it's at any time in your life, it's not a bad idea as long as you've gone through the motions, you've spoken about it with a professional doctor and consulted. They've done a hormone profile so they can see, okay, you've got a bit too much estrogen or a bit too much progesterone, that's the other hormone.
Yeah.
And then they can go, okay, if you take this type of pill, it's going to improve your skin or it's going to regulate your cycle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's all dependent on exactly what your outcome is, your desired outcome is, versus the side effects also of the pill. Because you've got to also consider that, like, there's definite evidence to show that taking the pill for long periods of time can actually cause you to have clots. You can get clots in your legs and things like that. Some people are more prone to that.
What's a long time?
So like many years, but there's also a whole lot of other like factors involved. Whether you have like high risk, do you have people in your family, do they clot easily, that type of thing. Also, if you're smoking and taking the pill, that's also a high risk for clots. So it's those types of things that you got to consider before taking it.
But the other disadvantage for me the disadvantage of the pill is forgetting to take it.
Yeah, because a lot of people say like you have to set an alarm. Some people set an alarm
every day to take it at the same time.
Same time every
or at least
single
if you forgot
day.
that you took it, you need to take it immediately.
Yeah, so that's the one like negative downfall. That's why it's like not 100% effective because people forget.
But then
human error.
Does that mean that once you're late, like then the whole system doesn't work? The rest of the pills don't work, or
no? So do you know that in the pack you get like some that are coded, like you'll see they're highlighted.
Pink one, orange one.
Yeah. So a lot of them are just placebos. They're just there to make sure. Placebo is like sugar pills. It's basically not. It's not a real pill, but it's just so that you make sure they're reminding you that you have to take this every single day.
So some of them aren't actually effective.
Yeah, but you got to keep taking them because as you get closer to the time, some of them will have a small amount of the hormone, and then the real ones, those are the ones that you need to take to get your desired effect. Yeah, the ones that are colored in.
I thought each and every one of them were effective. So
no, you just eating sugar. That's why a lot of people gain weight. Because you're having sugar pills every day.
I completely agree with you on that one. I can very much relate.
Are you a victim? Are you a victim of the pill?
And also the week before the cycle. Goodness, I eat like.
Yeah, and also that definitely does make you. But
crazy.
Yeah,
makes I eat anything. Like I could drink tea and then go eat ice cream.
Wow.
Yeah, like.
I mean, hot and cold goes well together.
Another thing with the pill. And I think this is a big concern for my mom, is she feels like then they finish your eggs.
What?
Yeah, my mom has
they finish your eggs.
You take them and then you don't have kids.
Does she believe that
you'll
somehow?
Wake up in the morning and you will not have eggs and you'll never have kids.
What? Does she think that this pill goes into your system, finds out where your eggs are, and is like, hey, what's that?
No, babe, actually she doesn't know. The problem is she doesn't know. So is it something that we can just say that is not even a thing?
That is a complete misconception.
Of the pill. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's a hoax. That's a myth.
Okay,
and
Mommy,
we have busted it today.
Exist.
Noni's mother, if you're out there right now, pills don't crack eggs. They're not
that powerful.
Yeah, they're not that powerful. They're not here to make omelets, okay? They're here to sort out.
Right. So we touched on the condom as well as the pill. When we come back, we'll touch on more because I haven't been exposed to the others. So
definitely, we will.
We'll see what that's all about. Okay, so here.
Yeah.
Okay, Doc, let's talk about the injection.
Yes, let's talk.
To the injection,
so a lot of people just call it the Depo. Depo, it's short for Depo-Provera. It's basically an injection that you take, and then 2 months later you come back for another booster. It stays in your system a lot longer.
Okay. And what's much longer?
So, 2 months. It stays 2 months as opposed to you having to take the pill every single day. So a lot of women that feel they have busy schedules, they might forget, they prefer the injection.
Okay. I've heard some complain about the fact that like sometimes they don't find enough veins. They're having to go back every 2 months.
No. It's not a vein thing. They inject you into your shoulder.
into your shorts. So it doesn't have to be in a vein.
Yeah, no. It doesn't have to be in a vein. Who told you it needs to go into a vein?
You see these things out here.
You see these myths here. We are busting myths.
Yes, myth busters. That's what we are today.
Yeah, no. Tell me another one. Let's go through the whole list.
Okay, another one is that it makes you exceptionally fat.
Yeah, so that one definitely. That one's true. That I'm not busting that myth.
So that one
I can't lie about that. You guys.
Say they literally become so big.
Yeah, look, I mean, you're either gonna get pregnant and get big, or you're gonna prevent and get big. But one of two ways,
type of big.
you're gonna get big with this injection. I just want you all to know.
Hectic. Okay.
Yeah.
And then because it stays longer in your system, is there any way, by any chance, that like it could prevent you actually from having kids like that?
So no, it definitely it can. Like there's a half-life, meaning that it's definitely at some point going to leave your system. So it's not going to prevent forever. One injection's not going to.
Yeah.
But for some women, it lasts longer than 2 months, for example.
Yeah.
Like for some, it might last 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
So it is a possibility, but definitely not forever. You'll be able to conceive at some point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another thing that really like frustrates me about the injection is that you actually don't go on your period.
Yeah. So a lot of women
Let's talk about that, doctor.
You don't go on it at all. But like some women feel like it's okay for them, like they don't mind.
But then if you're not going on your period, then what happens to the excretion of?
Oh, so
that's the biggest concern. Like what then happens
a lot of women.
So
basically, a lot of women then have like a week of maybe just spotting.
Okay.
And that's all.
Yeah.
And then others just don't, like nothing. Yeah.
But then what happens to the things that were supposed to leave your system and now
it never leaves? The eggs just freeze. They're just chilling in your ovary and they
that's
don't
not
move.
a bad thing for you in any way?
Well, it's some kind of it is. It sometimes yeah.
And it's supposed to naturally leave, but
it's supposed to naturally leave.
Perfect.
Look, these are all unnatural things we're doing to our bodies.
Anyway.
Yeah. With the pill, whatever you're doing, these are all you're fiddling with your hormones to make sure that your body doesn't get pregnant. The natural thing would just be to get pregnant. That's it.
Have babies.
Just have all of the babies.
Okay, maybe not. Okay, doctor, because we rated the condom. We didn't rate the pill. And then we still need to rate the injection. Where would you put them in terms of effectiveness as well as just the convenience? Like you just have to rate it like.
So generally, like when a woman comes in and says, "Look, I want a contraception," we sit down and we discuss everything. Like, what's your life like? What would you prefer? And at the end of the day, it's the woman's choice. But look, if I was to prevent. If me
as a whole man,
with my busy schedule and everything else I got going on, you know what, to be honest, one that we haven't discussed, I'd put in the loop. Have you heard of the loop?
Let's talk about it.
The loop or the Marina, that's what they call it.
Oh yes, I've heard that name.
Yeah, so basically it's a device that goes look,
it's
a device. It's a device, man. Don't worry, it's not like a robot, like a little robot that sits there fighting off pregnancies. It's so the device it's basically a little like copper device that goes
copper.
It's copper, goes into the uterus, and then it sticks to the lining of the uterus, right? And basically all it does is, even if an egg gets fertilized, it won't attach to the uterus, so a pregnancy won't continue. So it'll just not be able to latch, and then will fall out. And then you'll have your normal period like you do every single month, and that's pretty effective. So you get the normal one, which is just plain copper device preventing from the latching on. Then you get one with a hormone. It's basically like a patch plus the copper device in it. That's the most effective. That's like ultimate level, final last like number.
Getting a baby
there's very.
But then how do they install this?
So basically, have you ever been for a pap smear?
I should.
Well, you probably should. So so it's basically the same way for pap smear. They just put it in. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but it's like
what do you mean uncomfortable?
A little bit uncomfortable, like a pap smear. It's not comfortable from what I've heard. Look, I've never had one, but but I've heard and I've done pap smears. Yeah, of course I have.
Really?
Plenty. Why not? Why? I am a doctor. Like you're forgetting that I'm a doctor. I've done pap smears, and yes, a lot of women complain it's uncomfortable, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's probably the best like method for prevention.
And
How to
cost-wise, is it effective? I mean, we're dealing with a lot of students.
Yeah.
that are
So
looking
look,
for contraceptives.
so you know, to be
cost-wise?
honest, cost-wise, like if you go to a government hospital and make a booking, they'll do it for free. You might not get it immediately in like a week or two, but you can go on the pill for that period of time, and then you can go switch over to the Mirena or the
Yeah.
or the loop, and it's pretty effective, and that can last up to 5 years. It can be inside you, no problems, no issues.
What do you mean up to 5 years? As in only if it stays there?
Stays in
and then
you
if
for
remove
5
it, are you
years.
able to fall pregnant?
Yeah, and then when you take it out, you can fall pregnant thereafter.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's pretty effective as a method. So like, let's say, hey, a lot of students, you guys are doing 4 to 5 year degrees. I mean, some people are doing 3 years degrees, pushing it to 5 years. So
Some 6.
some 6.
And it's okay.
And it's
because we
okay.
survived. We are also
Look,
graduates
Wits
of
gives you the edge. Sometimes it kicks you off, but it gives you the edge. Now, in that situation,
Yeah.
you've got a 5 year degree and you don't want to fall pregnant during this time. It's very important that you you know you focus on your studies. So it's
That's
quite
the
an
most
effective.
one.
Yeah. So I mean, all week I feel like we should do a campaign. Just all the ladies just line up and we just
Just install.
install. We can have a installation station, and people can just come and we'll give them Mirenas for free.
No, we should.
Sounds like a good idea, right?
I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's a fantastic idea. I think we should really speak to Wits University about this.
Yeah, definitely.
like,
So
yeah,
the
I think
clinic,
we should
I
just
know that the clinic does offer the Wits campus
they do
clinic.
offer.
Yeah, they offer contraception or advice and things
Fantastic.
like that. I don't know if it's free or what. Maybe you have to pay for it, but
Yeah.
they do definitely offer that service, so you can get that done.
Yeah.
And but Mirena would be the way to go.
So,
Noni,
so
if
other
you-
than it being uncomfortable, what
it's
other
just
disadvantages
uncomfortable.
is there?
No, it's just uncomfortable putting it in. After that, you won't even feel it.
So it's not like the copper will do funny
Nothing.
things.
No
What
copper
is
moves.
kurusa in English?
What?
To rust. Is it to rust? Rust.
Rust.
To rust.
No, it doesn't rust. Ah!
Oh, sometimes this English disappears and it comes back.
No, it
So
does
it-
not rust inside you.
Okay.
That would be
So it's
weird.
pure copper.
It's pure. It's very pure, and it
Okay.
doesn't. Yeah. So there are obviously side effects similar to the pill and things like that, but you know it is the most effective. However, any of these methods, it's always 1 in like 10,000. So there is a chance
Yeah,
that
there's
1
no
in 10.
100%.
There's no 100%
Yeah.
contraception. I have seen a baby being delivered holding that loop coming out. No jokes. I'm not even joking, guys. I'm not even joking.
Doctor, there's no way.
Holding the loop, like, yeah, take your nonsense. That I can just tell you that child is gonna grow up to be the strongest baby we've ever seen in
This
our
is why I
lives.
see more as a comedian than a doctor because wow, I am unable to can. All
But
right.
like seriously.
5 minutes before 5, we're gonna come back with Dr. Essa. It's gonna round things up for us. We'll properly rate each and every one depending on student lifestyle.
Yeah.
We'll give it to you. But let's play some music and when we come back, we're just gonna wrap things up.
Aha. That story is 100% true. 100% true.
Doctor, we're talking contraceptives. We spoke about the condom. We spoke about
Contraceptives.
the pill. We spoke about the injection. And we spoke about the lube.
Yes, the lube.
Yes. Anything else that we can touch on?
Look, if you want the best method,
Mm.
I mean, we've touched on everything now.
Yeah.
We have gone through the full list, people.
Yeah.
Ladies out there, and you know, a lot of the time we direct focused on contraception towards the lady. Do you know that there's actually they're inventing a pill, a male contraceptive
Oh my,
pill?
yes.
They are
Yes.
inventing a male contraceptive pill. It's going to be released probably later this year.
Love it.
They're doing studies on it. And a lot of conspiracy theorists are like, well, how come it took them this long?
No, but actually,
Hmm.
it's the truth.
I wonder why. Because I don't think men want to.
And they don't. They're going to
Yeah.
miss taking that pill.
Yeah, they're going to miss taking that pill. Can you imagine a man waking up every morning, setting his alarm to take a pill?
There's no order there.
Now suddenly he's going to
I
have
need to
mood
organize.
swings.
Well, yeah, then I have to
Yeah.
like, buy him chocolates.
And then he's going to be standing in the mirror. I look so fat. You never compliment me. You know, I'm so huge. It's because I'm taking this pill for you. For you. Yeah, so
Wow. That's
the male
right.
contraceptive pill, basically it just makes the swimmers swim slowly. It just basically makes them drunk. They're just like, I can't
then they miss
make
the
it
egg.
today. Yeah.
There's no collision.
Yeah, they just
That's-
all become
they
like,
duck there.
yeah, they
Okay.
all just become like hobos and They're just too lethargic. They don't want
Yeah.
to swim. They just like,
Okay. They don't have
Donna, us plumbing namhlanje." Basically, that's what happens when you take the male contraceptive
Okay.
pill.
And is it also going to be 30 days? And
Yeah, it's a full month pull.
proper, like
A
pink,
pull.
yellow, and
You've
orange
got to
pills.
you've got to take all the pills, same structure, same format, and it just basically just makes your swimmers not swim.
They should have an injection rather.
I was also thinking about that.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's going to be an injection
There
soon
has
after.
to be, because
Yeah.
the pool looks like admin. I mean, they can do
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
like
yeah.
sort their own knives out.
Yeah. And
imagine
now
having to take a pool.
yeah, I heard but I don't know how true this is. I also heard of like there's an operation that they can do.
Oh.
You've heard of a vasectomy where they cut the tubes, the man's
Yes.
tubes. So now they have another alternative operation where they basically put like a switch underneath your skin. So you can switch your basically open the tube and close the tube just by putting a switch underneath your skin. How crazy is that?
That is insanity.
In Japan, they're starting that
So
stuff.
you're starting today.
Imagine you're just
I want
like,
to have a child.
no
Switch off.
children.